Hi, I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Stephen, and we're To Travel With,
helping you make the most of your vacation. So today we're going to talk about probably one of my favorite cities in the whole world, Paris, France.
And we're going to share some of the top places you need to visit when you're in Paris.
So the one thing when you're booking your trip to Paris to start out with is knowing kind of what area you want to be your home base. Paris is divided into different zones. There's a great mix of luxury hotels, boutique hotels, small kind of mom and pop Airbnb places, but definitely kind of figure out what you want that central hub to be, whether it's the entertainment district, shopping district, maybe you want to be kind of around the Eiffel Tower, but certainly do some research. We did, however, find that the metro is a great way to get around. So we felt really safe. The trains are pretty nice. I did download an app called City Mapper. I kind of use that in any of the major cities we go in, but it really did make it easy to navigate different places that we wanted to be. So even if you do, pick a particular zone, just know that you will have access via the metro to just about any area that you want to be in Paris. One of the things that I love to do whenever we travel to any major city is to jump on the big bus tour. They really are a great way to get around. They're pretty inexpensive in terms of things to do, but it shows you all of the high points of the city. You can use them as a means of transportation if you want to jump on and jump off and explore different parts, but it really does kind of give you an idea of the entire layout and maybe some things that you didn't know that you wanted to see that you want to take a few minutes and experience. So definitely check out Big Bus. We've always had a great time. We do them everywhere, so definitely worth the time.
One of the must-hits to do in Paris is the Eiffel Tower. Absolutely incredible, gorgeous views. We like to go like early evening so that you can be up at the top to see the entire landscape of the city as the sun's coming down. It's got a restaurant. I think to access this restaurant, you're probably going to have to go early, make reservations far in advance. But yeah, Eiffel Tower is a must-see. Paris is rich in history. One of the things that we took advantage of this last time was a tour of the catacombs. So this is a below the surface, miles and miles stretch of these tunnels. The tour guide that we went with took us through just some of the highlights, but you can kind of see a rich history of things that happened to Paris, 100 years ago. But it's a little bit creepy. Any pictures you see really don't give you do justice. You kind of have to see this one for yourself.
It really was something unique and something I didn't realize I was going to love as much as I did, because it is nothing but, it's a tomb basically of just millions of bones. So certainly if you can handle some dark and tight spaces, I highly suggest doing this one. Yep. Lots of fun facts and interesting things under the streets of Paris. So doing a complete 180 from underground tomb would have to be Disneyland Paris. We're kind of Disney freaks, I'm not gonna lie, and how can you not love the mouse? So when there's an opportunity to go to another country and see their version of Disney, we jumped on it. I loved it. It had the Disney flair, the Disney fun, everything they're known for, but just some really cool changes in some of the rides. And I think one of the things we did was with the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, we actually ate inside the ride. So that's kind of unique to Disneyland Paris. So it's not very far. You can, do either a bus or the train on over to Disney Paris, maybe 30-45 minute drive outside of it. But we had a really good time, and it certainly, like I said, was very different from the night before in the catacombs. Yeah, I think like we said before, you could literally go to Paris probably 10 times and not see everything there is to offer there. There are a few other things that we've managed to hit, a lot of them on that big bus tour every time, but those would be Versailles, getting to the Sun King's Palace. It is extensive grounds, beautiful gardens. It really does take a full day to experience, but you have to take the train or a bus out there. So make sure you plan for that. The Louvre, obviously, there's it's huge too, it's massive. we now, when we go, we don't tour the whole entire thing. We kind of go hit the hot spots, you know, like
Mona Lisa.
Yeah, the things that you just want to say, hey, we saw it again. We also, you know, Montmartre is beautiful. It's a great place to go up and just see the area. The Arc de Triomphe, we actually took a bike taxi from the Eiffel Tower over to the Arc and had dinner on that famous boulevard. Moulin Rouge is another big one that people love to go see. It's a little late night show, a little risque, especially if you've seen the movie. You totally understand what that one is about. Notre Dame, gorgeous. You can walk through, you can tour, beautiful opportunity to see just so much history there as well. Don't count out the shopping. Paris is the city of fashion, right? So there are some amazing shopping opportunities there, shopping district. You've got your high-end stuff, but you know, they are able to really put together some great looks on a budget too. So take advantage of putting some shopping days in there. And then last but not least, my probably favorite thing to do in Paris is Angelinas. All I can tell you is go and have the most amazing chocolate that you've ever had in your entire life. We hit it every time we go. There is one, the main one in Paris. There's also one in Versailles. I actually love the one in Paris, but I'll take it twice. So it's worth the time, worth the trip over there. And it also sits outside of one of the higher end shopping districts. So make sure you stop by Angelinas and try some of their hot chocolate for sure. So other than that, I'd have to say one of the last things that we did in Paris that we really enjoyed, just to kind of break it up a little bit, is the Eurostar. And if you're not familiar with that, it's the train that goes, I think, 180 miles per hour. This one, we went under the channel. We went and spent the day in London. Again, took advantage of the big bus tour for the day around London, jumped back on, and we were back in Paris by 11 o'clock that night. So, you know, that particular train hits a lot of different places that you can go to. So if you want to break up your trip or extend your trip into other countries, we loved riding on the Eurostar. It was awesome. So all that to be said, I love Paris. I hope that you will give it a chance and, you know, take a trip and enjoy, and I hope we were able to help. Definitely subscribe to our channel and check out some of our other favorite locations.